if I somehow bogey or 3-putt on this entire round, my club will keep downgrading to like the worst possible thing. This is just the normal club I use out here whenever I film videos, just a Cobra King sandwich or King Cobra sandwich, and it works out pretty well. But if I somehow do those two things, bogey or 3-putt, I'm gonna have to downgrade to a pretty crappy club. First club up after that. This is a club that I received from Amazon that they completely destroyed. It is bent this way, and it's been sitting in the garage for so long that it literally started rusting. So it's in pretty crappy condition. It is a 52-degree wedge, so it's not in its best condition, but hopefully I can somehow do okay with it if I end up getting there. And next club after that, this is a very old pitching wedge. I think it's a Tommy Gruen, and it looks very old. It says a cavity balanced 845. I have no idea what that means, but it looks very old, and the grip is almost fading away. On to the next one if I end up getting there. Yeah, if you guys watched the channel for a long time, this is the 1978 3-iron. And I made a video using this club with the spinner wheel last year, and it's finally coming back. It's from Browning Automatic. That was made in probably 1978. That's what my dad says. So I really hope I don't get this thing, because I do pretty crappy when I play with this. And somehow, if I do worse than that, or make so many bogeys, I'll have to use this, the final boss. And there's nothing really much to say, but I really hope I just do not get that. On to hole 1. Alright guys, pretty straightforward. Hole number 1, dog leg right around the barn, par 4. And we're starting off easy with just the King Cobra sandwich that I normally use. So, not a bad start. That is directly out in the middle and as perfect as you want to be. Okay, so I'm in the spot a lot during these rounds, but it's a pretty straight chip right at the green and got a great angle. So as long as we can just chip it up close and tap it in for birdie, we'll be safe and not 3-putt or a bogey. So let's go. Okay, rolled out a little bit, but it's still a pretty good shot. Hopefully we can tap it in for the birdie. Okay, so we got about maybe 4 feet to make a birdie on the first hole and stay safe and continue with the King Cobra sandwich. So hopefully we can make this. There we go, a great putt right in the middle of the cup, and we are 1 under through 1 and get to keep the King Cobra sandwich for next hole. Okay, I just hit the tripod, but we're good, and now we're on to hole 2, so let's go. Okay, hole 2, and if you guys have watched the videos so far this season, this hole is the one I've done the best on, so pretty low chance of making a bogey or 3-putting, but you never know. It's pretty much a wild card out here, so let's see if we can continue that streak of doing very great on this hole. Here we go. A perfect kick to the right, and it's directly next to the green. That is a great shot. The streak stays alive. Okay, so we're right here, directly next to the green. Like, I just actually a tad bit off, probably like 4 feet off the green, because you can see the line where the green ends. And it's a pretty easy chip shot, but it's a little dry on this part of the grass, so it might be a bump and run play, but who knows? Let's just pray, hope we get it close. Gosh, that was so close to chipping in with a bump and run for an eagle, but it stopped pretty close to the hole, so we should have another tap in birdie. There we go, an easy birdie on the second hole. I did not expect to be doing this good, but now we were on to hole 6. Yeah, hole 6, and sometimes I make birdies, sometimes I make pars, and actually sometimes I make a pretty good amount of bogeys on that hole. So I hope that does not happen. All right, everyone, and before I die back here of mosquito bites, this is hole 6. The leaves are coming back on the trees. I think they're almost like 80% back, so let's hope we can chip this close and get a par or birdie and not a bogey. good contact, and I hit it way too hard. It is over the green. Not good. Almost chipped it again. It rolled out, got about 2 feet to save the par. Okay, we stay safe on the first 3 holes, and now we're on to hole 7. That was actually really good. The hole 7 is a hole that I make quite a few bogeys on, and I just hope we can keep the same club for the entire video. So let's go! Alright guys, welcome to the video where it is drink of the day. Today we have another Ghost Energy drink. I actually never knew this flavor existed. It is the Ghost Energy Drink's Sour Strips Rainbow. I've definitely eaten this candy before without like the energy drink, and the candy was really good. So I expect this to be very good as well. Okay, for some reason this stupid thing won't open. Like I tried the crack and it barely opened itself. So we're gonna have to do like a small sip. Got a good amount. Very good. Not as good as the candy though, but I can definitely taste it. I think it's on the higher end of the Ghost Energy drinks. I'm gonna rate this an 8.7 out of 10, a very good score for the Ghost Energy drinks. And our our average score for the Ghost Energy drinks is right here. We're doing pretty good so far, so 8.7 to the Ghost Energy Drink Sour Strips Rainbow. Pretty good. Back to the video. Alright, so we're on hole 7 here with the same club we started with, but this is probably one of my least favorite holes on the course, mainly because of the outline of it. And I gotta play it safe, hit it out here, try to get up and down and save birdie or make a par, which I've done a few times, but I slipped up a couple times, so let's hope we're on the good side of that. It's perfectly out in the middle. Alright, a very straight chip shot from here to the green. Pretty straightforward. Just gonna land it short, hopefully it rolls up. I hope it doesn't go rolling past. So let's hope we can keep this club for hole 8, but I think it will definitely change after hole 8 because it's like super hard. I thought I landed it up short of the hole, but I actually landed it next to the hole and it rolled past. It's not on the green yet. We better hope we save par from there. Okay, just off the back of the green here. As long as it is chipped this close to the little bump and run play, we should be fine. So, hope we can do that. Okay, that was very unexpected. It just kicked right for some reason. And we have a tester for a par. Okay, so that somehow rolled over the hole on a perfect line and it didn't go in. So, I made that one, but it's a bogey. I'm now gonna have to move on to bent, rusty 52 degree from Amazon. Let's go to hole 8. Okay, we're now on hole 8 with this piece of crap. You can see it's curved and rusty. So, kind of calling out the name for a really crappy club, so we're going to have to deal with that on the number 1 handicap hole. And I'm not very confident. That was one of the worst shots I've ever hit on hole 8 in my entire life. And it somehow hit a tree and kicked back further into actually a safer spot, but it's still a really bad shot. If I had my sand wedge from last time, I should have been a little better, but obviously I had to deal with this. So we're gonna have to get up and down to save par once again. Okay, so we're literally back here in the construction zone where all the destruction happened of all these trees right by hole 5. That is why hole 5 is closed, because it's not just the tee box, the hole in general is fine. but it's being blocked by all this crap. So that'll be closed for a good amount of time, but the ball hit this tree and kicked this way, and now I have a little shot of the green on a pretty terrible lie. So I hope I can just bump and run it and have it in. But with this club, I have no idea. Not that bad for this type of shot and this type of club and this type of lie, so I'll take it. So we got another tester here for a par, about maybe 5 or 6 feet. Hopefully we can make it, but I don't know. Hopefully I do. Goodbye, my friend. And on that note, that's another crappy bogey, 2 holes in a row, and we're on to a very old crappy pitching wedge for the last hole. Yay! Hole number 9, the last hole of the day, and we're gonna end it off with, that's a huge wasp, but we're gonna end it off with a very old crappy pitching wedge, and the grip feels like it's almost gonna fall off. It's a Golf Pride grip, but it is so old. So we're gonna have to deal with it. I do not know how hard I have to swing, so I'm gonna try to play maybe a knockdown swing or a 3/4 swing and just get it out there. It's right down the middle with a crappy pitching wedge. I'll take that. Pretty standard chip shot right here, just short of the green. And I actually have a perfect club to hit a bump and run, so maybe this pitching wedge isn't bad after all. Same tester as last time, only a little bit shorter, so we should be able to make it. Let's go. Right in the middle of the cup. Ended it off with a birdie with the old pitching wedge. Okay. But very good outcome at the end. I didn't expect that, but it worked out very well. And I think we shot 1 under, I think. I could be wrong though. And just for a little bonus clip, I will hit an approach shot with this stupid thing. Let's see if we can just get it on the green. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, yeah, this thing sucks. Alright guys, pretty good outcome to today's video with all the consequences we had to go through with the rusty club, old pitching wedge, and at the end there, that dumb stick. But pretty good outcome, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. We're on our way to 32,000 subscribers, so get us there. And if you want to see another video of ours just like this one, click right over here, and then click right here to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.